Hi pals, I hope you're all well. Today I'm coming to you to just kind of update you on lots of stuff that's been going on. So it's been a really busy time and I just haven't had really capacity, I think, really, to be creating content, thinking about anything to do with books. I haven't really even been reading very much. I'll tell you what I have read, but in general I haven't really been reading much. A lot of stuff going on in my sort of personal life, I guess, and I just wanted to kind of pop on, update you, let you know what's going on, because I know that when I follow people online sometimes they disappear for a period of time. You kind of do think like, what's going on there, are they good and everything? So I am good. I'm very good. Just in case you are like, who is this person and why are they popping up in my feed? My name is Katie and I create bookish content mostly. I'm based in Iceland, but I'm from Scotland, and yeah, so I sometimes show little bits of Iceland, mostly talk about books, and also do like bullet journal videos, so you might have found my channel through any of those means, and yeah, great to have you here. But yeah, what's been going on with my life? So I don't really know where to begin with this, but essentially you might notice I'm in a different location. Probably the sound is different because I am in a different place with different windows that now kind of are a bit noisier, and also don't have my lights up and don't have my stand sorted out and everything. So all my filming stuff is just all different because yeah, I moved flat. I moved out of the flat that I was sharing with my ex-partner now. So we broke up about a month ago now, and just life has just been moving in a different direction for me. So yeah, I think it's kind of strange to talk about this kind of thing online, really, because my relationship with my ex, with Chris, was very personal, very private, and we never really had a very public relationship in any kind of way, and I don't see why that should change now that we're no longer together. I don't feel the need to talk about the relationship in a public way or anything like that. So yeah, the relationship broke down and I initiated the breakup, so I feel like it's been a good thing for me and my life's moving in a different direction, which I feel is positive. But of course, yeah, it's still, you know, a long-term relationship. We were together for 6 years, so it's a big change in my life, and a lot has changed just generally. So I obviously started a new job in August. I mean, settled into that, really love that job, and I've been getting into new things as well with the change of my lifestyle. So I still go to the library a lot, and well, not a lot actually since I moved here, but I've been, since I moved to this new place, but I've been once or twice, and yeah, I'm still reading, but I am doing less of my journaling in that way. I'm more like using a different journal for like just writing and stuff like that more. So I've also been swimming quite a lot, and I now do Icelandic class 3 times a week, which is another reason why I didn't really have capacity to film or plan content or anything, because a lot of my energy just has been going into kind of learn Icelandic. So yeah, I mean, I'm nowhere near any kind of fluency, but I am like progressing gradually, and I notice the difference in my kind of day-to-day life, and yeah, I'm really happy with the direction it's going in. But of course it is taking a lot of energy and a lot of focus, and I think that's a good thing for my energy to kind of shift and my focus in life to shift a bit. But yeah, it's just all change. I have been reading bits. I have read a couple of books. I read 2 mangas earlier this week, and you know, the things I've been reading, they're not really sticking with me. I also read a cozy mystery novel by Abby Collette a couple of weeks ago, and like, it was just one of these kind of like wash over you kind of vibes. I have been reading some non-fiction, 4 Words for Friend I am in the middle of reading, and Small Bodies of Water. I'll stick pictures on the screen because, let's be honest, I'm not going to go and find these books, and some of them I've not even held on to. I've just kind of read them and put them back in the library or whatever. I haven't bought books in like 6 weeks or something. Just I've had very little interest in being bookish at the moment. I think it's just a big change. You know, obviously the relationship broke down, and then my focus was finding accommodation, found the accommodation, and my focus since has been kind of learning Icelandic, making friends, spending time with people in my life and stuff like that. So yeah, it's all changed. I kind of thought this year that I would take part in Vlogmas, but I think realistically that's not going to happen. I also bowed out of hosting Scottish Readathon because I just felt like it was just one more thing which I didn't have the energy to dedicate to. I don't know if my co-host will still host it, but that's something that I guess they'll have to sort of decide themselves. So yeah, it's just all change, and I would like to get back into creating content and creating videos and taking pictures and stuff like that, just also because it's like my creative outlet, I guess, but I don't know that I'm quite there yet, to be honest. It might be a slow return, and it might be more like that I return towards the end of the year with like my bullet journal flip through for the year and my best books of the year and videos like that, which I'm already looking forward to filming. So yeah, I've almost read 100 books this year. That's kind of my goal, read 100 books, and anything more than that and it's grand. I think I'm at 99 or something like that, so I'm not far off 100. But yeah, I feel like it's really dark in this room, so I'm hoping that the camera's still picking me up fine. But lots has changed, and I wanted to hop on, just let you know what's going on and what to expect and stuff like that, because I know a lot of you do watch my videos regularly and like support my channel and stuff like that, and there's lots of people online who I speak to regularly, who I message regularly, and I've missed all of that kind of chat and stuff like that. And I've missed talking about books with people in a way. I have found people in my life, in real life now, talk about books, which is really, really nice, because really I would say I have sort of a couple of friends who read, who are like more avid readers, I guess, but most of my friends and people in my life are just kind of occasional readers, so it's not really the same. You don't have the same kind of conversations as you do with people who read a lot and read often. But now in my life I feel like I do have quite a few people who I can talk about books with, so that's a big change as well, and probably is also why I've felt less like creating content around it, because I'm just having chats, you know, at work with friends, at home now with my flatmates. I live in a shared flat. So yeah, I just feel like life is just totally different. I would like to get back into like vlogging and stuff like that, but my lifestyle at the moment doesn't really lend itself to it. It's very busy, and like a typical day in my life could be like, I go for a morning swim, I go to work, I then have Icelandic class, and then when I get home it's late and it's dark outside. I don't really feel like filming. I'm just kind of focused on being present in the moment in my life, I guess, and I sometimes feel like vlogging and videoing and all of that takes you out of that. So I guess that's kind of the internal battle that's going on for me just now, but I'll figure out something that works, and I would like to get back into it, as I say. So I have heaps and heaps of video ideas, loads of lists of things, and I think it's just a case of doing what feels right in the moment, doing what feels good, and that's all that you really can do. So yeah, lots of change, lots of, for me, good change. I feel good in myself. I feel like I'm coming back to myself for the first time in a number of years, and that's a really nice feeling, and I'm just riding that wave and enjoying it, and also remembering this feeling, like consciously, okay, I'm feeling myself again. What does that feel like? How do I maintain that? All this kind of good stuff. So yeah, life is good, it's just different, and I think it's just trying to work out how the difference in my life, how this the old stuff that I enjoyed doing, my hobbies, like my YouTube channel, like my Bookstagram, and all the rest of it, how that fits into this new lifestyle, and I haven't worked that out yet. So yeah, I guess hopefully stay tuned, stay with me, bear with me as I go through this sort of transition and life changes and I settle into new life. I'm going home to Scotland for the first time in 2 years in a couple of weeks. So I think after I've done that, and probably after Christmas, life will settle down in a different kind of rhythm as well. So yeah, I don't really know what the future brings, but I'm, I guess, excited to find out and looking forward to the next steps in life. And yeah, I guess that's really all I have to fill you in on. I will say I'm sitting in this lovely armchair and I bought myself it. I've wanted one of these for a number of years and just never got to buying one, but I'm so happy I bought one. It's the comfiest chair to sit in, and it's so, like, I feel really awkward sitting in it now because I'm trying to keep my face in the daylight, but I would usually just be chilling in it. But it's so comfy to read in and just chilling in an evening. So yeah, this is where I spend a lot of time. But yeah, life is good, and it's just different and things have changed. So all the kind of things, I guess, the backgrounds, the things I showed you in vlogs and stuff are all different for me now. So yeah, but change is sometimes good, and I think in this case it is good. And yeah, I'm just kind of don't really know what else to say, I guess, to round off this video. Apart from that, I hope that whatever's gone with you, that life is good with you and it's treating you well. I hope you've been reading some good books. I feel like I've not read a lot in the last couple of months. I've probably read about 5 books across 2 months, which is not a lot at all for me. But I know I'll find my groove again with my reading, and I already feel myself coming back to it and enjoying it more, and just kind of more like reaching for a book. So that's been a really good shift back to old hobbies. And yeah, I hope that life is good with you and that you are all well. And I look forward to catching up with you soon. Hopefully I'll have a reading update for you, maybe like a wrap up. I could maybe do a wrap up of all the books I've read September, October, November. I don't think I shared a September wrap up. Can't remember now. It's just all been changed. So for now, I will leave you and wish you a lovely weekend or week. I'm not sure when I will post this. I'm filming on Saturday. But I hope that you have a lovely day regardless, and I will speak to you all soon. Bye for now.